Oh, hello. Whoops. Just making sure that's going there. Mr. Scary Muffin, and we are at the start of week 3 for the Duck Soup Gaming League. And the map for this week will be Cold Front. Oh, it's chilly here. This is a 5-point. This is a 5-point cap map, just like Snakewater, just like Well. The difference is that this map is extremely fast-paced, and there are less choky chokes than there are in the other maps. It'll be a little bit more like Snakewater, where you're going to see teams just roll right on through if they get ever slightest momentum. For the rollout area, you see we got a lot of high ceilings here, and demos and soldier rollouts are going to be super important because they can really get demos especially can get to the center right off the bat and start spamming one of the chokes. I ran through the left side here. That's not normally the recommended path to take. Normally people will push out and run through this right side to get to the mid because you can kind of peek up here to see what's going on, and then you can drop down here if necessary to enter the area. That gives you two slightly different routes to enter the mid area if you need to. Scouts really don't have to worry too much. They just have to watch for demo spam coming in. Scouts might take this side path if they like, because it does give them the ability to jump up on these little fences here, and if they're using especially Force of Nature or the Atomizer, these jumps are super easy. Whee! To get around and get behind people and try to flank. A lot of times you'll see the medics will sit back around here, or even up here, right behind this area. This little area is pretty safe here. There's no spam that can really get you here. So you'll see medics stay around here until the team pushes into this middle area. And so scouts running behind the team and trying to flank the medic is a really good play. If you see nobody there, just take one of the paths and go. Which is one of the reasons why your team will probably end up splitting up a little bit, just so they can cover all these paths and not get flanked. There is this little roof for the mid fight, which is really good for, if I can make this jump. It's good for soldiers to stand on. It gives them a lot of height advantage to get down. I just did a shift walk, and I realized I'm not on Minecraft. Anyway, you can stand on those platforms as well. Now, it's not a bad idea to maybe, like, if your team doesn't have the normal composition for, you know, 2 scouts, 2 soldiers, it's not a terrible idea to go one gunslinger NG and drop off a sentry here so that it will pester people on the roof and keep them off the roof. So that'll give your soldiers a chance to shine. It's also not a super terrible idea to roll out with a sniper, and the sniper can watch this area and then rotate over to watch these pieces over here, but he'll have to extend himself quite a bit. Alternatively, the sniper can also just watch and peek out this way and try to catch people jumping as well. If you're not a really super like confident sniper, you can still land massive body shots on jumpers, and they make crater when they land, so that's always a cool thing. Yeah, so there's opportunities to run a lot of different classes on this map. Really can't think of one that I would not, like I would say, do not ever run for this map, just because there are opportunities for them to shine. Anyways, so once you cap the mid area, there's different ways you can push in here. You can take the high ground, which I normally recommend, so have some people jump up just to survey the area. You can see right over across to the other side. Trying to run through a choke will mean you're going to eat up a lot of spam coming on in, so that's not that great. Some people do push this side. This is not a great area to push into because you can get called out and get spammed. Sticky traps are going to be underneath this garage door most likely, and actually I should stay with them. Yeah, sticky traps going to be there. They're going to be up there and probably right there as well. So watch when you go in. The easiest place to go in is send a scout in through here. Make sure there's no sticky traps, and then your demo can spam over from down here. Spam over this ledge here. Demo play will be super important on this map because there's going to be so many sticky traps and so much spam going down. So yeah, your demo can spam there. This is probably the best path for your heavy to take as well, because the heavy can just rotate down here, control these areas, and people can't really get advantageous position on them, and they can, force people to be close to the heavy, which is the best range for the heavy to just mow down people. And then the medic can, I mean, this is not a really safe place, but the medic can just run back, grab the half health pack, and just exit really quickly this way, giving opportunity. Do watch for scout flanks, because a lot of people will know scouts will normally be watching down this corridor on defense, and if they don't see anybody running out and they hear that somebody else is pushing in, they will run out this way and start flanking. So always watch for the scout flank. I think that's going to be a really big, important play. Demo spam is going to be important, and positioning your medic will be super important on this map as well. But getting the high ground up here allows your soldiers to spam down your demo again, to just shoot randomly. Do communicate, tell your demo where to send his spam. There's a nice little cubby hole. I've seen people put level 3 sentries here, but I don't think you'll ever get the time to set it up. But this spot here is pretty hard to get rid of if you set a sentry right there. Typically, this cap, yeah, if you get your sticky trap down and you manage to prevent people from having it, this is a really, it's a 50-50 holding, really. Like, it depends on whether you can get a pick. Most often, not the best you can hope for is to force your opponent to pop their Uber coming on in. And yeah, if your opponent is rushing on in, you can get them to pop their Uber coming on in, your final defense is going to be so much easier. And this final defense is actually pretty easy, despite the fact that the cap time is super fast. The main reason for this is because those entrances, there's 3 entrances here, all 3 of them are so far away from the point, and so you will see people coming in a mile away, and a lot of people will set up sentries, usually watching one of the doors, if not just kind of like down there and watching the point at the same time. I think, from what I recall, one of the most popular places is around here. So watching this door and getting that, and you can wrangle it across the other way to cover that one as well if you need to. So if you can get that, or you can just get your heavy up. It's very important to note that scouts can run by your team, get behind them, and just kind of hop over here and just cap it right there. A lot of times, I think most people pushing in will push from the side door. They might have a sniper kind of peek here and try to catch people respawning there or respawning there from either side. So they might peek this way, rotate around, and then peek the other way a few times like that. The medic best bet is to stay right here for healing, because if somebody comes this way, you can run towards your team this way, get covered. People come this way, you can run back, jump over that, gather health pack, and get out of there. That's probably the best place for the medic to stand. Medic staying down here is a bad idea, because you will eat spam. Same for over here, you will eat some spam, and you will also, distract a little bit from your sniper. The other reasons why it's good for medics to stay here is that the medics can push in here with the Uber. This is probably the shortest distance to the point, and you can cover this spawn door, which is nice, and you'll probably be far away from that sentry gun if they do set one up there. Allow the medic and the Uber to rotate this way, and when the Uber fades, the medic can just hop down the point and heal whoever's trying to rush the point at the same time. Your soldiers, again, there's a lot of airspace here. Your soldiers will probably try to rocket jump over these crates here, and just take control of these crates and shoot down. If possible, they might try to rocket jump and stand on top of those things. That's a pretty good spot as well. If this looks really choky, you just kind of peek out and doesn't look like very promising, you can easily, once you get Uber, push in this way and catch people out of position, because they'll be all over there, and your soldiers and everyone can jump over this way, and you can force the fight to occur over here instead, and it'll be a little bit more equal ground if they seem like they have a really good defense setup over there. Pushing out a final is not actually that hard on this map. If you get a good pick, if their medic goes down or something like that, if you force your opponents to be on the retreat, you can push out, and the best place to push out is to leave probably your demo or heavy behind to watch these 2 doors, and have your scouts or soldiers run out this way. Just take a quick peek over there, and then start putting time on the point this way, and most likely the team will be behind. Get on the freaking point, dumbass! So if you're a scout, they'll turn around and chase you, and you can just run out this way, and they'll have to give up the chase, because you're so far behind, and then you can just kind of come back and pester them a little bit and just continue adding time on that point and just running away. But eventually you will get this cap because they will try to push in. Just watch for respawning people coming in behind you. Pushing out a second, if you get a pick or if you force the people to retreat on their heels, it's actually really good to push out this way through the middle area. Just watch for spam. And because this gives you all three options of exit. So you can cover anybody who might have been in that area there and they're retreating, especially medics. You probably can cut off their retreating this area and just take them out before they can get anywhere. If you're a scout, probably a good idea to take the high ground as fast as you can and just cover this area again. And again, pushing back to mid, you have this route and you have the bottom route if that top route doesn't look promising. I think once you get a momentum, you will easily cap 2 points. If you manage to cap 1 point and force the... If you manage to get like a team wipe or a partial team wipe and cap 1 point, most likely you'll start capping the second point already anyways. Knowing that, on defense, you should probably start setting up your defense on 2 points back. So if people are starting to cap their second, you should probably just run all the way back and set up a defense on your second and leave maybe one soldier to try to force them to pop Uber or something like that. Overall, I mean, Codefront is a pretty old map. A lot of people should know how to play it by now. The rest of it is, of course, just team play, communication, and frags. So have fun, guys, and tune in for our first match, which I believe will come down on the Tuesday. And yeah, it should be a good one. Alright, take care.